Okay, I'm back. I wanted to do a follow-up video to the one about the little engine that could. I want to say that life is never occurring to us or with us in a vacuum. We are always influencing or being influenced by something or someone else. And so for me, even though, again, that book resonated with me as a child, I always had really good teachers. Now, I say that from my perspective. I was a student in elementary school that would ask for extra homework. I was always in the library. They were always giving me books to read. So I loved school. I loved education. I loved the process of learning, and I was always very curious. So, my perspective of great teachers may not be the same as somebody else in the classroom with the same teacher learning the same lessons. So, I want to add that in just the nuance and perspective. My teachers, again, were always very encouraging for me. They always encouraged me to read more, to do more, and to become more. And again, that was stemmed from something within me that wanted more. So they were willing to give me more. Fair or not, that's the way that it was, but I was also asking. So along my journey from elementary school to middle school to high school, I was in advanced classes and I hung around with people that were in the classes with me. And when you're around people who are motivated, it also motivates you. All of my friends that I was really close with in high school, really, we all followed the same pattern, coming from similar backgrounds. We got our bachelor's degrees, we got master's degrees, studied hard, worked hard to get promotions, to buy houses, to buy cars, to do the things that we wanted to do, and to be able to travel and give our kids experiences that we didn't have. And if you don't have kids, some of my friends don't have kids, but they're still able to live the quality of life that they want to live today. And again, it's not in a vacuum. We had each other, we had teachers, we had mentors, we had just incidents or just life. And I also want to say that a lot of my friends are spiritual, they pray, they're believers. And so we walk in that faith together and understanding that it's not just us. Though I do believe that you can speak things into existence. I do believe that your mind has a lot to do with the direction you go in, and that if you can control your thoughts and you control where you're going, or at least eliminate some of the negative thoughts that you have, which might lead you down a negative path. So I do pray. I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus, and I know that He directs my path. So when I talk about the little engine that could, also in the background, understand that I know now, I didn't know that at the time. I did not grow up going to church. I went every now and then with my great grandmother, but I wasn't a believer really until I got to high school, college, really where it was solidified. So my early years were really affected by my teachers, by my friends, and just the really desire, the motivation, the drive to get out of the neighborhood and stay out. I knew that that was not the place for me, and I knew that that wasn't what I wanted. So it was a big motivating factor. But without the entirety of school counselors helping me apply for school, walking me through the different steps. Now, my two older brothers had gone to college before me, didn't make it all the way through, but so my mom knew the steps at least to apply for financial aid. I went to school back in the day when you could attend school and get 100% of your tuition paid by loans, and they don't do that anymore. So I had loans. I had a lot of, well, I have a lot of loans still that I'm paying on and getting them paid off. But that was okay with me at the time, and it's still okay with me today because it got me here. And again, it's not in a vacuum. It wasn't solely the book, but it was just the desire to want to do better. And really, just I look at myself as that engine that could, notwithstanding or not in a vacuum where it was just me by myself, because it wasn't. Because if it was just me, then I would be able to give myself all the credit. But remember, this is about a neighborhood and this is about a community. And without that community, I wouldn't be where I am today. And so my community has changed over the years. In elementary school, it was really focused on teachers. In middle school, it was teachers and friends. High school, really friends. But then as I ventured out, it became more of a vision and my vision became more action, and I was able to walk towards that thing that I really desired. But again, it wasn't just me. It was always a community of people that were supportive and that believed in me, or the people that didn't believe in me. Didn't matter. I still knew that I had a destiny. I had something that I was supposed to do, somewhere that I was supposed to be, and I've walked that out. And I didn't walk down every path that I wanted. I wanted to be an attorney. I actually wanted to go to law school. Second grade, I always say my vision was to be a Supreme Court justice. That's not what I am today, but I am this version of Alicia, and I like her a lot. So I just wanted to come back and say that to you, that it's not a vacuum, that we are talking about community. And without my ever changing, ever flowing community, I would not be where I am today. And again, having faith and walking in that faith and that belief. All right. Thanks, guys.